Okay, so I want to talk about abortion today because it is just something that is on my heart right now, something that I feel like needs to be talked about because somebody needs to talk for these babies that are being killed. And so, yeah, I just wanted to provide some research notes that I've talked to you and some talking points so that we can just have a voice for abortion, a voice for stopping abortion is what I mean. And we can stand up for these kids that are dying everywhere. So the Pew Research Center states that 625,978 abortions occurred in D.C., the District of Columbia, in 2021. And in 2020, 930,160 abortions in all 50 states. Most of them are in the District of Columbia. That is our capital. What do you think that's saying about the state of our country right now? We have a covenant with God. It says it in the Constitution. Our country has a covenant with God. And we are allowing abortions to take place in massive numbers in our capital, Washington, D.C., District of Columbia. That's not good. Charlotte Lozier Institute says that 6% take place after 15 weeks. The number 6% really translates to 55,800 babies aborted after 15 weeks. By the 17 and 18 week, the baby is a full-on baby. The baby can breathe, the baby can cry, the baby can feel pain to the extent that we can feel pain. And after the 15th week, we have 55,800 babies being aborted. And as we'll see later on, there are abortions coming up to 24 weeks, done by a Planned Parenthood doctor. He describes this, so we know it can be factual. But I think that's just crazy because I guess a lot of people might be living under the delusion that the baby isn't really a baby, but they can feel the things that we would feel, so that means that they can suffer, and I don't think that's right. So Planned Parenthood, I went ahead and did some research. It provides 40% of abortions in the U.S. 40% Planned Parenthood provides. That is a crazy number. And I found an article because I was just researching Planned Parenthood abortion, and I found an article that chilled me to the bone. This article is titled, and you'll understand why this chilled me to the bone, why I clicked on this article, because it is, the title alone is disgusting. It says, "My abortion was an act of love." Okay, what? Are you kidding me? How is your abortion an act of love? You are killing your baby. That is nonsense. And so I just wanted to see where this was going. So I read the article, and this woman, she did not suffer from rape or incest or any of the other things that most people are going to use as an excuse for abortion. She was just a lady living with a partner. She knew her partner for 6 months. Her partner hadn't even met her parents. And they had been discussing what would happen if they got pregnant before. So that means that they had been having sex before. And obviously irresponsibly, because she ended up getting pregnant. And basically her whole ideology was, well, if I get pregnant, I'll just have an abortion. It'll be quick, easy, and painless, and I won't have to worry about it. So first of all, that mindset to me is crazy, because you're just gonna do whatever you want and not have to worry about the consequences, because you know that you can just get an abortion, you can get a quick and easy way out. That is crazy to me. And so as the pregnancy goes on, the partner's like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm not ready to be a father. If you're not ready to be a father, then why are you having sex? That's my question. I don't agree with that. I think that is irresponsible, and I think that there is a reason why you should have sex, and that is after you're married and because you want to have a baby. That is what it is for. Anyway, So she goes and she gets the abortion, and her mindset is, we weren't ready to raise this baby, and so we're just going to kill the baby, because that is what a loving mother would do. No, a loving mother would stick through it. A loving mother would have the guts to do whatever she could to figure out how to be a mom, because that is what a mother should do. She described how she felt a loving connection to this baby as it grew inside of her. And I am not bashing her. I just feel really sad for her, and I'm angry at how deluded our country is, that she thinks that it is loving to just kill the baby because it might suffer. We all suffer. She's probably suffered before. If we just killed every baby that's gonna suffer, then all of us will be dead. Because that is how life works. That is how the world works, because the world is a fallen world with sin naturally surrounding us. We are all inherently sinful, and so the world sucks. And if we just killed everybody that was gonna suffer, then there will be no one in this world, because all of us have suffered at one point. But the hope for us is heaven, and we get to live this life in a joyful way because of the hope of heaven. But she thinks that it is loving, and I am so sorry, and I am going to pray for her that she thinks it is loving to just kill the consequences of your actions. I don't think you should be able to run away from those. Like, you do something, be a man, be a woman, and stand up to the consequences of your actions, because that's the right thing to do. And so that whole story to me was crazy. That is what they post on their website. I will never be able to respect that organization, ever, because they manipulated her into believing that that was actually loving, what she did. And they're putting it on the website so that other people can look at it and think what they are doing is right. That is manipulation, that is lies, and I will not stand for it, and I hope you won't stand for it either. And I know people all over the world are trying to break this organization, and I hope we can. I hope we can defund it, because that is horrible. And my research has shown, like, there have been a lot of things about Planned Parenthood going on. For example, we have the undercover operations. There was a video that they did where the woman was specifically talking about either selling or donating the body parts that they get from the babies when they abort them. That, to me, is evil. That is so evil. If they are profiting off of baby body parts, that is disgusting. And I know they say that they aren't profiting off of them, but based on what I've seen in this article and what I'm going to talk about later, I wouldn't doubt it that they are profiting off these body parts. And I wouldn't doubt that they actually find joy in what they are doing. Because I have seen some crazy videos where they're excited. They're like, I got a foot. That's disgusting. And people are supporting this group. Anyway, so Ben Shapiro did an interview with this woman named Lila Rose. She went to UCLA, and she had been very big on pro-life for a while. But she noticed that at UCLA, none of the girls were pregnant, which is kind of strange, seeing as in college, and that's gonna happen. You're gonna have pregnant people in college. And so she went to the clinic undercover, and she said she gave herself, like, she gave herself a fake name, maybe she didn't. But she said that she was pregnant. And the doctor said, we don't support this. we don't support pregnancy. We think that it looks bad. And so you're going to get an abortion, is basically what they said. That's crazy. We have a major university in the United States advocating for abortion. In fact, pretty much forcing abortion on these college students, manipulating them into saying that if they don't get the abortion, they're going to look bad on the campus, and it is proper and it is right for them to get an abortion. If this is what is happening in our colleges and our universities, that we know that this generation is going to be manipulated into thinking that is right. That is a problem that needs to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. She also said, like, the heart is beating after 3 weeks. They have a heart. They are alive after 3 weeks. And we get 3,000 abortions every day. 3,000 babies are dead every day. She also went undercover at, this is Planned Parenthood again. She went undercover at Planned Parenthood again. And she discovered that Planned Parenthood doesn't report rapes. They will take a rape victim in, and they will secretly do the abortion and then not report the rape. Something is wrong with that. Something is very wrong with that, because she heard these stories, she did the research, she went to Planned Parenthood herself to figure it out, to find the truth, and she pretended that she was raped. And they didn't report the rape. They said, oh no, it's okay. We'll just do the abortion. And then you'll be okay. You can say that he was the right age and all that sort of stuff. This is just hints of the deception and manipulation that they are doing. Making abortion seem like the best option, making it seem right, when it's not right. It is wrong. Abortion is wrong. And so we have a doctor from Planned Parenthood that went into court to talk about the procedures of abortion around the same time that the whole undercover thing with Planned Parenthood occurred. I think this was like around 2015, 2016. Maybe a little bit later, maybe a little bit earlier. I'm not sure about the date. But the doctor, Dr. Anthony Levatino, he described the surgical procedure for an abortion. So I haven't done much research on the medicine, like that pill of it. But the procedural version of abortion in the second trimester is just so sad. Basically what they do is they suck out all the fluid, and then they put a clamp up the uterus, like a clamp that won't let go. Like, it is a nasty tool that they use, and they just take out body part after body part, and they have a checklist for it, every body part that they have to mark off, and then they put all the body parts on the table, and you basically just dissected the entire baby while it was still alive. And he said that he did these up to 24 weeks. And what did I say before? I said that at the 17th and 18th week, by the 17th and 18th week, maybe earlier, the baby feels pain at the extent that we feel pain. The baby can breathe, the baby can cry. So just think about it, what that baby is doing in that moment. That baby's crying, the baby is feeling pain. Could you imagine if someone just came and started ripping off your limbs and saying, it's because I love you, like the way that this lady did. It's because I can't handle you. That is wrong. And people are going to say, well, it's not a human yet. It's not born. That's why it's okay to do it when they're in the womb and not okay to do it when they're out of the womb. And I'm going to tell you, I fully believe that that is genocide. That is discrimination against a group of people that can't defend themselves. These are babies. These are fetuses. These are human babies that turn into us, that would have been what we would have been, walking on this earth, living a wonderful life, or maybe even a bad life, but at least they had the free will to choose. No, you took away the choice for them. You call yourself pro-choice? That's not true. Because you took away their ability to live their life, to see the stars, to find someone to love. You took that away. And I'm going to say that that is genocide, and when I see something like that happening, I'm not going to keep my mouth shut, because that's just not right. I'm going to tell people about it. And so I just pray that we as Christians and we as people can band together and talk about abortion and end abortion, because it is wrong. The things that is happening is wrong, and it is a direct attack on America. It is a direct attack on our freedoms. They are taking the freedom of our children. They are disrupting the covenant. And so, Lord, I just pray that you help us with this, because I pray that you help us get the voice and get the word out, and post things on social media, talk about it, talk to your friends about it, because it's just not right. So that's all I gotta say for today. I'll probably be back on talking about it. But this has just been on my heart recently, and so I had to say something about it. I had to be loud for Jesus. I had to be loud for the children. Oh, and if you haven't watched the music video, I Was Gonna Be by Rachel Holt, it's really good. But it'll also make you cry, because it's pretty sad. And it just paints a perfect picture of what that baby could have been if they hadn't been aborted. They could have been anything they wanted. It's their choice. Maybe they would have ended up being bad, but at least they had the choice to live. At least they had the choice to find whatever they wanted, to find God in this life. So, yeah, I just pray that we can do right by these kids, and we can speak for them and not be afraid. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful day.